Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play and early impressions for SkydiveSim, the Skydive Simulator VR. It also has non-VR support. This game released back in November 2020, and it had a couple of updates, so the developer offered me a free Steam key to look over this game, and that's what I'm doing now. But this is just early impressions. I'm testing it out on the Meta Quest 2 using link cable on my RTX 3080. Now, there are no graphical settings. I think that's a miss. There should always be graphical settings in a game like this where, visuals are pretty important. But these are the available options. As you can see, there's public or private lobby, and you can join or host multiplayer. So that's pretty cool. We're going to keep this with single player, though. There we go. Audio, I did turn down the music a bit. I thought it was too loud. I still think it's too loud. I'm going to lower it just a little bit more. Well, that's about as low as I can go. And there's some comfort stuff in there as well. Helmet, vibration. But I'm going to keep it at default. The only thing I changed really was the music and the canopy control. I changed it to intermediate. Let's go ahead and let's hit main. Now this is all the options available, and you see we can do a plane jump, a heli jump, a balloon jump, or a base jump. We're going to start off with a heli jump because I think those are the most cool. And you can see there's several different levels here that we can try. I heard the stadium is pretty cool, so I think that's what we'll try. Or should we try the... No, let's try the stadium. Let's just go with the stadium for right now. So let's go ahead and jump, and then we'll do some of the other jumps as well. But again, this is just early impressions, not a full review. Even though the game's been out, I've only I've only really done the tutorial. I did it twice because there is a lot to the tutorial, actually, believe it or not. So there is smooth turn. So smooth turn is an option. And then you can jump out by using the full locomotion. But that's the extent of it. That's the extent of your full locomotion, and smooth turn is right here. So we're going to go ahead and jump. And while you're jumping, you can set your hands, and that'll dictate, how fast. If you want to slow down, you spread your arms apart, your hands apart, and you'll go slower. If you want to go faster, you bring them closer in. If you want to move forward, if you want to go back, you put your arms out ahead, and then if you want to move forward, you push them in. You can also go turn left by turn right, and then turn left. We're going to go ahead and just keep going, though. We're going to really take this. Okay, I think now we should pull our cord, so we're going to calmly pull our cord. And now we can actually grab here, and we can control where we land. So we're right at the stadium. It kind of looks almost like maybe a football stadium. It could be also a soccer stadium or a football. If you're international, they call it football as well. I guess what I was talking about earlier was American football, if you guys heard of that. So, but anyways, it looks like a sports stadium. And obviously there's a field. But it does look like an American football field, though, just by getting closer. Because it's got the little hash marks like American football. And you start off high, I guess, where you're still gauging the speed or whatever. Then as you get closer, you move your hands down. And now that we're getting closer, we're putting our hands even further down to the ground. And we're further just slowing down until finally... Okay, I kind of wanted to get closer, but I don't think we can do that anymore, so we're just going to have to deal with wherever we landed. And there you go. I think the visuals are okay. These aren't the best visuals I've seen in VR. But the skydiving simulators that I played in VR, honestly, usually the graphics aren't all that great. So I would say this is better than average as far as skydive simulators that I played in the past. They're a little bit on the cartoony side, but I think they're still good enough that I know some people think these are Quest level graphics. I honestly would disagree with that, because I think these are higher fidelity graphics. Than what's normally on the Quest. But obviously these aren't the best graphics in VR, and I've yet to see one that's like hyper realistic as far as Skydive Simulator in VR. Maybe somebody will come out with a game like that in the future, but for right now, I think this is just, like I said, a little bit above average as far as visuals for Skydive simulators. But I think there might be one or two that might be a little bit better, but nothing like it wouldn't be a big difference as far as visual fidelity. Let's go ahead and let's try a base jump. And let's do the base jump from this bridge right there, because I think that would be the coolest place to do a base jump. So let's go ahead and let's do that. And I think there might be some different levels depending on what kind of jump you're trying to do. So that's pretty cool. Again, are these the best visuals in VR? No, but I would say this is certainly better than Quest level standalone graphics. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, are there better looking Quest standalone games? Yeah, but anything like this with Skydive Simulator that looks better on the Quest standalone? I don't think so. So I think these are, like I said, above average for this genre, even in PC VR, but definitely not the best visuals, even for skydiving simulators. But I do like all the different scenarios, and I do like the mechanics for this game. So anyways, I'm talking too much. Let me just jump. And let's just see. Whoa. So we were jumping straight down. And so what we want to do is we want to land right here. And I think we can land right on it, right? It looks like it. Maybe. No, we're going to land... Yeah, I've not been able to hit the target. It's harder than it looks. We're gonna land. We're gonna land here.
Hope you know how to swim.
Oh, you fail if you land in the water? For real? Wow. Okay, this is a tough level. You actually have to land on the target. Well, let's replay it. Let's see if we can do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait to the last moment. So that's gonna be my little trick. I'm gonna wait. Oh crap, oh crap. Hey, we actually got a score? We didn't do it right. We would have definitely have died there because we didn't pull the ripcord. The ripcord's right here. I don't know how I missed it. But where is the ripcord? It's right here. No. We got to get around.
Hope you know how to swim.
Here, one more try. We're going to do it one more try. Obviously I can't hit that target, so we're going to try to get that one over there. And I think that's more realistic. So okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to try to get that far away target, see if we can nail it. So we're going to do our best to get all the way over there. I don't know if we're actually going to make it. I don't know if we're... Yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it. We seem to be losing steam, and we're nowhere near the target. So, yeah, I don't think we're going to make it. Yeah, no, definitely not.
Hope you know how to swim.
All right, let's do something else. I failed. Like I said, this is early impressions. I haven't spent much time with the game. I wonder if there are any other cool levels. The city just doesn't. Just by looking at the pictures here, the city doesn't look all that great as far as base jumping. Let's look at the city, and I guess let's look at it during the day. It looks like it might be raining, but let's see how good the visuals are, or how bad they are, depending on what the case may be. Ooh, okay, there's an elevator. Okay, so yeah, I would say these visuals, just especially here in the city, they look. This does look like a Quest here. So earlier I said these don't look like Quest standalone, but I would say this definitely looks like Quest standalone level graphics. I don't know where the target is though. We're gonna take a chance here. Nope. We need to go forward. We need to pull our ripcord. Okay. Let's replay. We waited too long to pull our ripcord. Okay, let's see what's going on. So like I said, you do have full locomotion, smooth turning. I don't know where the target is. Where's the target? There's like some gas over there. Is that where we're supposed to go? Like, are we supposed to go over there? What's going on? Why is there a green gas over here? Is that the target there? Is that really the target? We're supposed to hit that little target? Oh, okay, the big target's there. Okay, I see it. Okay, I see. There's a big green target down there on the floor. Okay. And definitely, I think you need a strong stomach for this, because if you don't have strong VR legs, this might cause you problems. But we actually hit the target, so we did it. We actually got a good score here. All right, let's try something else. Let's try the balloon jump, and let's try what can we try with balloon jump? This one looks pretty good. Let's see how good this map looks in the actual game. Let's see, is this Quest level or is this PCVR? Well, we'll find out. So yeah, I would say this is higher than Quest level here. The 3D models here look good, and the balloon looks okay. It's not the best looking balloon model I've seen in VR, but it looks all right. Let's go ahead and let's jump. And like I said, you put your hands apart to go slower, closer to go faster. If you want to go back, you put your arms forward. If you want to go forward, you put your arms closer. And you can go, if you want to go more left, you put your hands to the right. If you want to go more right, you put your hands to the left. So that's how you steer with your hands. I don't see the target though, so I don't know. I have no idea where the target might be. We're going to pull the ripcord. And we're going to now use this to navigate. But I still have no idea. And obviously you want to go left. Want to go right. Actually, this is one of those maps that looks better at a distance. But once you're getting closer, you start seeing that it's actually low resolution. Like, it looks more like it's painted on versus an actual real textures on the ground level. So unfortunately, I have no idea where the target is. I don't see it. Is that must be a target right there? I think that's the target. I'm not 100% sure. So we still have a ways to go. And we might actually be doing this right by accident. Like, I had no idea where I was going, but somehow we ended up in the right place because it looks like the target's right there. Yeah, it looks like the target's right there. I mean, it's a pretty slow descent, but we're getting there. But yeah, I would say this is something that looked better at a distance, but now that we're getting close, you see how blurry it is, and it kind of looks painted on. I don't know what trick the developer did to make it look like that, but it definitely has that painted on feel. It doesn't look realistic, almost like that cardboard feel. And you can see there's some visual glitches on the mountain as well. So, I mean, it looks better than Quest Standalone, but it's definitely not the best PC VR graphics we've seen. I would say this brings me back to 2017 VR as far as the level of visual fidelity here. It's just not very good. But again, I played several skydiving simulators in VR. The one thing that this has over others is it's got a pretty realistic mechanics for the skydiving, guys. Most of them don't. Most of them are more like arcade level. Ugh, we got away from the target. Oh man, okay. Not too bad though, not too bad. So, it's an okay score. We're gonna try one more, and then we'll call it quits. We're gonna do the plane jump. We haven't done that. So we're going to see the levels for the plane jump. So it looks like the levels are pretty much the same, except for the base jump. The base jump has different ones. So we're going to do the, I guess, the Knight Statue of Liberty. So let's go ahead and play that one, and that'll be our last one. And obviously, inside the plane model doesn't look good. I would say this is, and the clouds don't look good either. So I would say this is definitely Quest standalone level here. But again, our hands apart to go slower. We put them near our body to go forward, back to start going back, to the left to go right, right to go left. So that's how we use our hands. And I have, okay, there's the Statue of Liberty. So we want to do this and this, because we want to land near the Statue of Liberty. Now, while you're falling, the smooth turn doesn't work, so keep that in mind. I do recommend you play this game standing and have at least a little bit of space. Let's go ahead and turn. So this is how you turn. You move your wrist, and so this is how you turn while you're actually falling. So notice how I'm doing it. Although it's pretty slow. I'm going to go ahead and use the parachute. And I think it's just easier to control with the parachute as well. So now that I'm on the parachute, I can more easily guide us in the right direction. We're going to land on Ellis Island and land near one of the targets. And, you know, the graphics to me are just okay. You know, I wouldn't call them good, but I also wouldn't call them bad. But, you know, they're functional, you know. I think, unfortunately, this game costs $20, and I'm kind of torn on the price because I like the skydiving mechanics. I think they work well. And, you know, it has different... Keep in mind, this is intermediate. I guess I could have changed it to advanced to kind of see what the difference might be. But these are intermediate, not beginner level controls as well. And, you know, it works pretty well. So that's really the best thing about this game is the skydiving mechanics. You know, are they realistic? Well, I've never been skydiving, so I can't tell you that for sure. But having played other skydiving games, I can say that they're better than most. The skydiving mechanics, but the visuals is where it's just mediocre. I think overall it's just mediocre. Not the best skydiving visuals I've ever seen, but not the worst either. So I would say it's just, you know, average for visuals for this type of genre of game in VR. But really what sets it apart is the skydiving controls. I think this is where it shines, and I would say it's probably the most realistic. Obviously, I'm not saying this is just like skydiving because I've never been skydiving, so I can't tell you for sure. But, you know, it's got more depth to it than most other skydiving simulators in VR. So I give it definitely a positive recommendation. How would I score it? That's a tough one. Honestly, I haven't spent enough time in all the skydiving games to be able to give it an accurate score. So I'm just going to say positive. But let you know the positives and the negatives. So the positives definitely are the controls, are the skydiving mechanics in this game. They're pretty in-depth. Are they realistic? You know, I couldn't say for sure, but they sure feel like it. But obviously the visuals are just mediocre. The sounds are just mediocre. There are several levels and different ways to skydive. You know, it's got a heli jump, it's got a balloon jump, it's got a plane jump, and it's got a base jumping as well. I highly recommend also doing the tutorial if you buy this game, because the tutorial is very important. I did the tutorial twice just to make sure I understood exactly how it worked. So, like I said, the mechanics might seem a little complicated at first, especially, you know, you fall down the plane and got to do them right then and there, get nervous and forget how to do it. So, definitely recommend spending your time with the tutorial and make sure you know the mechanics before trying the levels themselves. But I would say this is overall pretty decent. It didn't blow me away or anything like that. So, you know, if I had to score it, I'd be leaning towards like a 6 out of 10, but I'm going to keep it as a question mark over 10. I'm just going to say positive overall, just because I think the The skydiving mechanics are pretty cool, but obviously the visuals could be better, the sounds could be better, and you know, there could be a little bit more to this game to make it stand out from the crowd. Right now, I think it's just a little bit above mediocre for this type of skydiving simulator in VR. A lot of them just aren't very good, to be honest. There's several skydiving simulators in VR. Most of them are not good. I think this is better than most of them, but still, I wouldn't call it great either. So, this is, I would say, a tepid recommendation, especially at the price of $20. You know, it's kind of more expensive than most of the other skydiving simulators at $20. But definitely, if you catch it on sale, I would definitely recommend checking this out. Well, like I said, I'm giving this a tepid recommendation, and if you made me score it, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10, but I'm just going to put a question mark out of 10 and just give it an overall positive recommendation, because I do think it's better than the average skydiving simulator that I've played in VR, because most of them honestly just aren't very good, but I think this one's decent. So yeah, I definitely think it's worth checking out if you don't mind spending $20 for it, or wait for a sale. And let's just go ahead and wait till I land. So we're near the Statue of Liberty. Actually, I think I've been maybe just have it too low, and that's why, like, I gotta do this correct. Like, I gotta do my approach correct. Because right now, I think my approach is just not good. And I'm gonna fail, because I'm not gonna get near the target. But hey, we get to check out the Statue of Liberty. Okay, alright. So we're gonna do it this way. And yeah, this is pretty cool. You know, like I said, the visuals are decent enough. You know, this doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look great, but even as a PC VR veteran, I think this looks okay. I think people need to realize that Steam VR right now is not the best place for VR anymore. It's really like a VR desert. So support PC VR developers is the best that I can say right now, because unfortunately, PC VR just isn't getting the best experiences right now. It really isn't. So if you want Steam VR to be successful, a lot of people watching this video are just going to have to, you know, be more supportive of VR developers. And I totally messed this up now. I'm not going to get anywhere near the target. But you can see here, I'm glad this happened, because you can see some errors here. I'm clipping through the geometry, so obviously that's not good. So yeah, not really good. I was pretty far from the target. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. This has been my Let's Play Early Impressions for SkydiveSim, the Skydive Simulator for VR. It also has non-VR support. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.